with that, I would like to commence with the roll call.
Semasek John-elect, I'll do the honor. VPHSA Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, SAF Bosnia delegated to CPSA Croatia, CIPSA Cyprus, CZPSA Czechia, FIPSA Finland, ANEF France, BPHD Germany, IPSA Italy, LPSA Latvia, SFD Lithuania delegated to LPSA Latvia, MPSA Malta, KMPSV the Netherlands, FIF Spain delegated to KMPSV the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, SOP Denmark delegated to NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, AFEP Austria delegated to PPSA Poland, IPSA Ireland delegated to PPSA Poland, AFEP Portugal, MPSA North Macedonia delegated to AFEP Portugal, FASFIR Romania, SPSA Slovakia, DSHPC Slovenia, NAPSER Serbia delegated to DSHPC Slovenia, ASAP Switzerland, EPSA in Turkey, EPSA Ukraine. Semasek John-elect, 27 voting members are present.
Thank you very much, everybody. Right. Then we shall commence with the first point on the agenda, which is the second round of elections. We had one application for the second round of elections for the public health coordinator. So I'd like to ask Ljubka forward, which she is already doing. And yeah, she may give her 1 minute opening speech.
Ljubka, PH coordinator candidate, DSHPC Slovenia. Good morning, everyone. I thank you for the opportunity for presenting me again. And I would like to present myself as public health coordinator candidate. EPSA's public health initiatives have power to change people's lives. And I believe that creating impactful campaigns and creating strong partnerships will engage us as pharmacists to have impact on our students and our society. And I think that success doesn't require only action, but our collaboration, our communication, and we can do it by together. So I'm not just passionate only about public health, but I'm passionate about empowering you and motivating you so we can do this together to address our public health issues and bring EPSA to a different level. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Then with that, I'd like to open the floor for questions to Ljubka about this new application. I know it was quite late yesterday that you guys received the application form, so we will take the time to go through it today. So if there are any questions, do not hesitate to ask them. Yes, VPHSA. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Nadezhda, BFSA Bulgaria. How do you believe your experience and skill qualify you for the public health and social services coordinator position?
Ljubka, DSHPC Slovenia Public Health Coordinator applicant. I have a lot of experience with leadership and communication skills. My expertise and experience with being part of all organizations in Slovenia and organizing different campaigns and education evenings for our students make me a suitable candidate for this position because I believe that we can do it, and I have skills also in organizing excursions and speaking with people because I had Erasmus tutor. I was working in the United Nations and in Europe House, where we stated and advocated a lot of campaigns where we were talking about the community and addressing public health issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have any other questions, points? Yes, Annette.
Gabriel and France, how do you envision your relationship with the PHSS representatives and LSS? Thank you.
Ljubka, this from Slovenia, PH candidate, PH coordinator candidate. I believe that strong communication and collaboration is one of the key success for the good outcome. I will do approach by two, but I will cooperate with them by two approaches. First, I want to to organize one-by-one meetings with LSS and public health coordinator of local associations, where I can meet them, where we can build trust, and we can think about their challenges they're facing and their goals and needs. Then I will organize online meetings for everyone, so we can empower ourselves and we can just face common workshops, common projects, and campaigns together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. EPSA.
Hola, EPSA Poland. First of all, thank you so much for your application. We wanted to ask how do you envision balancing your EPSA life, EPSA work with your commitments in daily life? Thank you.
Ljubka, public health coordinator candidate, this for Slovenia. I said it. Thank you for your question. I believe that my role into all local organizations is just advantage, where everyone knows me, and I think that I can address EPSA's objectives and goals easily. So people are free to talk with me, to tell their needs, their goals, and also I have time to input into EPSA and motivation and willingness. So I'm dedicated for all EPSA events and the time which I need for organizing all the campaigns, meetings, and etc. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can just say,
Nadezhda, BFSA Bulgaria. Do you plan to develop the role of the young pharmacists to educate younger generations?
Ljubka, this is Slovenia Public Health Coordinator candidate. Thank you for your question. I believe that one of the goals for public health campaigns is to empower pharmacists, and our role to show the community that we care for them and to build trust to local communities. Yes, that's one of the planned activities for the health weeks and the health month projects. So I believe that we can, as pharmacists, build trust into the communities with our knowledge and sharing knowledge to all of us, make better future in Europe. And I believe that we can do also a joint campaigns where more experienced organization will collaborate with less experienced, so we can all put this together. Thank you.
thank you very much. Kathy?
Yes. Katja, Vice President of Education. I was wondering, since public health campaigns also involve a lot of collaboration with external stakeholders, which do you already thought about which kind of stakeholders you want to work together with, and how does this collaboration look like for you?
Ljubka, this is Slovenia Public Health Coordinator candidate. Yes, I was already thinking about a new collaboration. I know for now that Public Health Coordinator collaborates with a lot of EPSA, like other organizations where there are also the other students of medicine dentistry. I also know that we collaborate with EDCD OECD and European European agencies. So I believe to stay with contact with them, and together with the Vice President of External Affairs, External Relations, and Vice President of Education to foster new connections and just spread EPSA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. EPSA 8.
Ceren, EPSA in Turkey. Well, our question is a little bit like Katya's, but I'll ask if there's any other answers on that. In what ways do you intend to collaborate with other executive members to integrate public health principles into EPSA's activities and projects? Thank you.
Ljubka, Public Health Coordinator, candidate District of Slovenia. I said before that collaboration and communication are one of the key skills for success and better outcome for EPSA. I put together with a VP of Education, I will be continuously in touch, also with PR department, a design coordinator to create more creative content. And together with the policy coordinator and advocacy platform coordinator, we will try to establish more with better frameworks of content. And I will also propose with the mobility coordinator to engage public health campaigns into twined projects. I think this is it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Games in drops. PPSA. Drops. PPHSA.
The digital VII Bulgaria. Other than the Red Cross or Red Crescent, do you plan to work with other non-government institutions regarding prevention and education?
Ljubka, District of Slovenia, candidate for public health coordinator. Yes, I was talking that with the presider, the ex public health coordinator, that they established contacts with Red Cross and Red Cross. But I also believe that there are also other organizations under European Union agencies that all promote public health. So I will also propose to the European Affairs Department to contact also the youth ambassadors, so we can feel like we can spread EPSA and share more global issues together. Thank you.
Bernardo Capital, thank you for your application. So I wanted to ask if you have any specific ideas for the PH activities, for example, public health campaigns. Do you have any concrete example of something that's relevant to the public health now? Thank you.
Ljubka, District of Slovenia, candidate for public health coordinator. Yes, I will continue working because I believe that the previous public health coordinator established a very good criteria for work, and I will continue working on those topics which are already established, like mental health awareness, cancer awareness, antimicrobial resistant awareness, and the role of pharmacists into the community. I think that joint campaigns will be a very good example of working. So I will join, like, merge associations which are more experienced with less experience, so we can motivate all associations to work together. Into the live campaigns, I believe that it will be nice to communicate also with the community, where I will try to connect hosts and local community and us, so we can spread our knowledge and show what we can do like EPSA. Thank you.
Electra, the base of Greece. Firstly, thank you so much for your application. Secondly, as a matter of fact, developing successful public health campaigns requires a thorough understanding of key issues and effective evaluation methods. So, how do you plan to stay informed about the current public health trends and ensure that EPSA's campaign are evaluated effectively to measure their impact and success? Thank you.
Luca, the Slovenia Public Health Coordinator candidate. Thank you for your question. As far as I know, EPSA has already established evaluation system guidelines, so I will use that. I will be continuously in touch with LSs and public health coordinators into the local communities, so we can measure every campaign, how it went, and also with the PR department, how many attendances we had on online events, on stories, like when we post Q&A sessions and quizzes. I will be continuously in touch with my Vice President on occasion so we can think about how is it going and evaluate everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. EPSA.
Hola, PPC Poland. How do you plan to engage yourself as an active EPSA team member, but also in your department? Thank you.
Luka, the Slovenia Public Health Coordinators candidate. Yes, I think that public health is a very big area where I can put also other departments into touch with me, and also I will be engaged into contacts with stakeholders. I will try to help all our educational department with advocacy and I will with the advocacy coordinator. I will join in the project of action policy action, and I will collaborate with them. So I will think that my knowledge and my skills will be a good thing for EPSA. Thank you very much.
Luís of Portugal, thank you for your application. And my question is, how do you will continue to be creative during public health campaigns? Thank you.
Ljubka, District of Slovenia Public Health Coordinator candidate. Yes, my role requires a lot of creation and innovation. I agree, and I think it's also a challenge for me always to be different, always to be innovative, always to try to find what is the thing that interests people and what is the thing that will engage more audience. I will always try to search what's the trends now and every day into the global health issues and research, for example. So I will try to organize events and webinars which are very interactive, workshops, Q&A sessions, something which is post-webinars, so we can create challenges for the audience, so they will try to be engaged all the time. And always think about future and how the global audience will be engaged more. Thank you for your question.
Selam Turkey. You mentioned that you aim to design and implement engaging public health campaigns. And how do you elaborate the initiatives that implement this year? And are there any improvements? Are there any improvement needed to these initiatives? And you plan to? Thank you.
Ljubka Dešovska, Slovenia, candidate for public health coordinator. As far as I said, the previous public health coordinator has established a very big criteria for me to try to be better. And I believe that when we are in life, we can do more for the community to know what's EPSA, to share EPSA's initiatives. And for example, if we are today in Prague, to organize something like the topic of the assembly or the congress, and to go there and share what we want to share with them, what is the needs and objectives, and also to make like QR codes so people who don't understand the language to find the information of abstract in their native language. So I believe that creation of some posters and stuff will be something which I think is enough for spreading our knowledge about the topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. EPSA.
Hola, PPSA Poland. You mentioned online webinars, and we of course think that they are incredibly valuable, but we could see throughout this Monday that the engagement was rather dissatisfying. How would you engage more students to participate in online activities? Thank you.
Ljubka Deshevska, Slovenia, candidate for public health coordinator. Yes, first thing which I will do on that issue will be contacting the PR department and together finding the core problem of why that happened. Then I will try to engage more interesting topics, more interesting workshops for the students, also to integrate something which will be accredited after. And I believe that engaging people and also promoting more and fostering the LSs to share in their communities will raise the awareness of our audience to engage more. And also for post-webinar activities, or for example, give them challenges and dare to share their stories so we can have more inclusion on that project. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Done a quite extensive interview. Yes. If we do not have any other questions, I'd like to thank you very much for your questions and for your answers.
First, Ljubka Deshevska, Slovenia, candidate for public health coordinator. First of all, I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to present myself. I want to thank Deshevska, Slovenia for giving me the support, and BPHSA Bulgaria for not giving up for me. Also, I want to thank Annabelle, which is now seeing us. Thank you, Annabelle. And I believe that I have the motivation and skills and expertise to be a candidate for this position, which will never disappoint EPSA, which will never put EPSA into second priority of myself. And I believe that I can make difference and we can build better future together as pharmacists, share EPSA's initiatives, and be happier. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Well, then we can continue to the motion and the closed discussion. So I'd like to ask you if you would leave the room, and if we have Leo. Yes, perfect. We have a volunteer who can accompany you. announce that. Congratulations, you have been elected. All right. Please switch your room. Thank you. We're just waiting 1 second to switch to the execs, because we're going back to old executive matters, or old team matters, I should say. So just 1 moment. I can at least read what we're going to be doing next. So next we will have the 50 meeting reports, or 67 GA reports. I'm not quite sure which one I should have added, but the reports at least of the Internal Affairs Department and their updates. Yes, okay. And the first one on the list is Dominika. You ready? Perfect.
Dominica VPIA. Since the writing of my report, I attended the Pharma Reuters event in Barcelona, the 50 meeting, the 67 confidential meeting, the office meeting, held a live LSAPR meeting, had the meeting with advocacy platform coordinator. I read the team meeting reports, evaluated the Member of the Year award, shared the LS of the Year award form, continued working on the first EPSA Summer University registrations, contacted new individual membership applicants and the ordinary associate membership applicants, and I hosted the 67 General Assembly.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions on the updates or on the yes? Dina?
Dina, events coordinator. As events coordinator, I want to thank you, Dominika, for the work you did to congratulate. You did an amazing work. It was incredible. It's for me, you are like a chairperson of this GA. Thank you.
Dominica, thank you, Dina. Love you.
Muksa.
Selam Turkey. We also want to thank you so much because, especially for this case, we know that it's really hard to dealing with any other problem, these problems, but especially we have a visa problems, and whenever I reach to you, you help our students, and that's why all of them are here. And thank you so much.
Then CZPSA.
Tadashi PSA. Dear Dominika, we would like to thank you very much for the representation of CZPSA and the EPSA team. You made us very, very, very proud and we love you. And secondly, I think I speak on behalf of all of the LSs that the mandate with you was very, very nice, and it was very nice to work with you. And you, for me personally, you made this mandate you helped me a lot with everything, and it was always very nice to reach out to you with help. And yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, PPSA.
Hello, PPSA Poland. I want to say similar thing as Tadeusz, but I'm not gonna drop the thank you message to you. So on behalf of us also, we wanted to thank you so much to being so responsive, so available for us, to answering all the questions, more and less stupid ones. And thank you so much. You have been incredible.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes. USF.
Hannah, USF Czech Republic. We also wanted to thank you, Dominika, and I really appreciate your fast response to my text and everything because your work was hard and we really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yes, EPSA.
These are VIPs of Finland. First of all, we would like to thank Dominika for her endless guidance, support, and work as Vice President of External Affairs. As an association where the last time we had an official delegate was 6 years ago, in 2018, we are extremely happy to be back on EPSA events and General Assembly. We just want to remind that EPSA is still here and that we are active on national and Nordic level and that we try our best to give the most valuable and suitable things for our students. Also, we want to thank the visiting member fund, which allowed Kai Timmer to visit EPSA's annual congress in April. It was very useful event and I think it really encouraged our students to be more involved in EPSA, and I hope that in the future we'll see more Finnish people participating. Thank you and kiitos.
Any other points? Yes, Dominika, you may.
Dominika Lipia, thank you very much everyone for the kind words. I really appreciate it and I enjoyed working with all of you too.
Thanks, Domi. Well then, thank you very much, everybody, and Dominika specifically, and we can continue to the next point. Which is the point by Dina, yes. Dina, you may present your updates.
Dina, events coordinator. First, I want to apologize for my late submission. I had to face major logistical issues that had an important impact on my life, my EPSA and not EPSA duties, organization, plans. This past 3 weeks, I was working abroad in a pharmacy and during this time, and I lost my phone and my data, and I struggled to find solutions during this period. Despite this situation, I tried to ensure priority by priority, emergency by emergency. I had to prioritize, for example, making calls with future candidates interested in my position, or like responding to important emails as soon as I was able to like write my report. I did it as soon as I had the connection and the logistics. So I apologize for the inconvenience of having sent late my report. And then I will read my update. Since the return of my report, I had meetings with members interested in my position of events coordinator and with members interested in organizing events. I also organized an events workshop during this GA to raise the interest on organizing EPSA events. And finally, I started to create small booklets on organizing events in order to facilitate the promotion and hosting event because for the moment we only have like the events handbook, which is a lot of pages, like more than 100, and 12 annexes. So it's a lot to start, and I wanted like to create something at the middle, and also give the more advices I can give for the future RCs. And that's it. Yes, thank you. That's it.
Dina, wonderful. Do we have any questions to the report or to the update? Okay, of course, MPSA.
Michael and PSA Malta. What I'm about to say also counts for Dominica as well. We wanted to thank you a lot for your time spent with MPSA during your mandate. You've been very helpful to us and very accommodating, especially with our bid for the upcoming team meeting. And yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Masha Slovenia, thank you for your report. You mentioned that you've been in touch with quite a few associations for organizing the EPSA events. What, in your experience, is the main reason that they then not decided to organize it?
Dina, events coordinator. The main reason is that for some association, the board will have to change in like few moments, and the event will be after the changement of the board. So they didn't want to start engaging in an event because they don't know the next board. It was the main reason, and another reason it was sometimes they wanted, they were interested, but you have already like work in your national association, and sometimes with the study they had, the exam they had, they didn't really answer to me, and they was like overwhelmed. So the plan of organizing event was postponed. And I think that more and more we will advance with the months. More we will have like we will have a bid for events. Thank you.
Okay. PPSA.
Hola, PPSA Poland. Dina, on behalf of 23rd EPSA Summer University RC, we know you haven't been our events coordinator for very, very long, but you are very, very helpful. You've been amazing. Throughout the event itself, you have been on every call. You were truly very, very helpful, and we wouldn't do as well as we did without you. Thank you.
Gabriel, Anne France. Thank you, Dina, for your report and for your sunny personality. Yes. I have a tiny question for you because it is completely related to our work and what we are trying to implement in our events. It is regarding the eco chart. So can you elaborate on the eco chart and what timeline that you envisioned for this chart? Okay, thank you.
Dina, events coordinator. First, thank you to everyone for thank you. And about the eco chart, it was an idea made by Charlotte in order, for the people who don't know, in order to have like a label for sustainability. The executive vote to organizing this. So for the moment, I with VPA, with Dominica, we work on doing like advices to improve the event with more sustainability. But for the moment, in terms of deadline, as we don't have event for the moment, now we will start to have ones. I didn't want it like to put it like a mandatory thing, like a label you have to have for your event, because they have already some mandatory things to do. So it, for me, for the moment, it's more like advices to give you like ideas to improve your events in eco-sustainability. And maybe for with the next mandate, we can like we can maybe like add a label. But I think that we have to reflect together to know add a mandatory requirement that can block people to host events.
Thank you.
Masha, Slovenia. We are interested in how much did you help or did you collaborate with Dominica in the reviewing the EPSA event handbook?
Neighbors coordinator, I want a clarification because the events and book is already done about my.
I believe that Dominica reviewed that and make some changes. Is that correct? Do I remember correctly? Okay. So how much did you collaborate with her on that task?
Dina, events coordinator. What I do is I send her like my ideas on what I want to improve, and then she discuss with the executive on like she's my VP, so she like then manage everything, like discuss with the executive and take the decision. But she always like asking me and me I came to her to give ideas that are not all the time like good ideas, but
Okay, thank you for your answer. We were just asking because we believe that it's really beneficial to close collaborate to the VPEI because you have like more insight of the RCs. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
okay. Dina, events coordinator, I want to really thank you, all of you, like for also being more and more enthusiastic, because when I arrived in the position that we didn't have any bid and not country really interested, and now we have like three or four people association interested in organizing event, so it's very nice, and I'm proud of all of us. And I hope that we will keep like that, because EPSA is not EPSA without EPSA events. So thank you.
Thank you very much. If there are no other points, I'd like to thank Dina very, very much for her updates, and of course you for your questions. And we will continue to the next point on the agenda, which is the update from Alexander. And Alexander should be online. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you confirm you hear me as well?
Yes, we can hear you too. Amazing. Okay, we will just... 1 second. Okay, just double checking that you can hear us now too.
Yes, I can.
Good, very good. Okay, well, Alex, you may present your updates.
Thank you, team, for giving me the word. Before I share my updates, I would like to say a few words. First, thank you everyone for showing here on this GA. It's really meaningful and your involvement really shapes the future of EPSA. But if you want to take it in another way, your involvement and engagement really shapes the future of the studentships of the pharmaceutical students in Europe, which is amazing. And of course, I would like to also thank my fellow EPSA teammates for all their hard work this mandate, and especially my department for always being as good-hearted and as supportive as they were. But maybe the person who really stood this year for me was my vice president, Dominika. I would like to thank her a lot, a lot, a lot. Domi, you were amazing, and your motivation, involvement, support, and just you being here in EPSA really checkmated me so many times this year. You were amazing, and I would like all the GA to know how much work and effort and emotion you put in this. So congratulations, everyone. Can I hear applause for Dominika, please? Perfect, perfect. Thank you all. I will proceed now with my updates. In the period between writing my report and the 67 General Assembly in Prague, Czechia, I contacted the EPSA Alumni Advisory Board 2023-2024 about an inquiry from Katrini, current treasurer. I submitted my plan of action for the Erasmus Student Network Spring General Assembly 2024 in Sofia, Bulgaria. I created a Telegram group for the 67 General Assembly, shared the General Assembly package and updates with the alumni in regard to the 67 General Assembly in Prague, Czechia. I communicated with Clemon, IT coordinator, current problems of the alumni databases, and he successfully merged them in accordance with my requests. I attended partially the 15 meeting online. I continued to search for unregistered alumni members and contacted and reminded them. And last but not least, I updated the alumni database and the alumni email group. As part of partially taking the workload of the Educational Affairs Coordinator shared between me and Katerina, Vice President of Education, I had a meeting with Mariana, current Vice President of Public Relations, to discuss updating the identity and vision of the EPSA's lifelong learning platform, LEAP, as well as PR strategies for the platform. I had a meeting with Katerina, current Vice President of Education, about current progress, PR, and next steps on LEAP. Worked on a course on LEAP about European affairs. And I had an education/European affairs cross-departmental meeting in regard to a new course which is being worked on.
Okay, thank you very much, Alexander. Let's just maybe do that so we can see your lovely face a bit better. There we go. Amazing. All right, does anybody have any questions regarding the update or the report? I'll give you a second to think about it. But 1, 2, 3. Nope. Okay. If not, I'd like to thank Alexander very, very, very much. Don't be shy. Do you want to say something before you go, Alexander?
Yes, thank you, Tim. I believe I said most in the beginning of my speech, but once again, I would like to thank all of you for being here. It really means a lot for me, for EPSA, and for the European pharmaceutical students. You should be proud of your involvement. So congratulations to all of you as well. And it was nice being here with you, even online, behind the screen.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Amazing. Okay, well, say goodbye. Well, wave goodbye to his face because we'll be going back to the presentation. Thank you, Alex. You may stay or leave at your own discretion. And we'll continue to the next point. Okay, we'll follow through YouTube. Perfect. Okay. Then the next point is the coffee break. Exactly on time. Amazing. So we will continue with the coffee break, which will be to 11:30. But before we do that, I would like to commence the roll call, and for this, I'll give the word to Dominika.
Dominika VPA, VPA just say VPA Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina delegated to CPSA Croatia, CPSA Cyprus, CPSA Czechia, VIPSA Finland, ANA France, BPSG Germany, ISPA Italy, LPSA Latvia, SFD Lithuania delegated to LPSA Latvia, MPSA Malta, KMPSA the Netherlands, FEF Spain delegated to KMPSA the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, SLP Denmark delegated to NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, IFOB Austria delegated to PPSA Poland, EPSA Ireland delegated to PPSA Poland, APEC Portugal, MPSA North Macedonia delegated to APEC Portugal, PASAPER Romania, SPSA Slovakia, DSHFS Slovenia, NAPSER Serbia delegated to DSHFS Slovenia, ASAP Switzerland, EPSA in Turkey, EPSA Ukraine. Dominika VPA collected 27 voting cards.
Madam President, I suspend the standing orders.
Thank you, thank you. See you back at 11:30.
Thank you, Monica. And
Manel present, I resume the standing orders.
thank you, Manel. And for you to know, just like for the next GA and after the break, please be at your seats before roll call, because if you are late 2 seconds, you won't give the card. Now we will move to our next point in agenda. And first, okay. Sorry, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Oh, great. Well, I need to share the screen. Yes, and we will continue now to our next point in the agenda. This is SU23 final financial report, and I will give word to Gabriela to present.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Podleś and I am the treasurer of the Summer University 2023 that happened in Warsaw. And in the GA package you could find our financial report, which is the Excel of the budget that we had. And I hope you have any questions, but if you do, I hope I can answer them. And in general, we ended up having good balance after the event, but we faced some difficulties before because mostly due to the registration and lack of the sponsors, we had about 7,000 euro lack of euros in the budget. We finally managed to overcome it because some more people registered and we found some last minute sponsors. And we also, I don't know how to say, but we managed to get over the lack in the budget because we switched to some less expensive venues for the events. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I hope I can help you with them now.
Technical, Tim?
Yes, Tim PCMO. I just want to check that that was audible enough for everybody. There's some internet connection problems, but if yes, okay, very good. Yes, then we can continue.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. So if anyone has any question to Gabriela, okay, continue.
Catherine Treasure, can you hear me? Gabriele?
Is it for me?
Yes. I think
yeah, I think I can.
Okay. I just wanted to thank you on behalf of the EPSA executive, you and the whole RC for the work you did. And it was very, very amazing for me to have meetings with you and for your availability during the preparation of the event. I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure it was an amazing event. So I hope you are proud of the work you did and congratulations for the whole RC.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you to you too, because you also helped us after the event to collect everything. And yeah, it was very nice to work with you.
Thank you. Anyone else with comments, questions to Gabriela? I see none. So Gabriela, thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's go. Okay.
Yes. Now we will move to votes on the motion. The 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts SU23 final financial report, and I'm opening the floor for discussion on this motion. No?
Catherine Treasure, the audits say for the GA to approve or reject the report before voting.
Noor?
Noor Audit Committee, after auditing the final financial report of the Summer University 2020.
Sorry, Noor.
Sorry?
We need to be aware if live stream can hear you
sorry.
well and Gabriela. Yes.
Better?
I can hear you.
No, speak.
Okay. Noor Audit Committee, final financial report of Summer University 2023. The Audit Committee recommends the General Assembly for its approval. Thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't. I don't know if it was for me, but I couldn't hear it.
It was just like the Audit Committee approved final financial report for SU 23. And I open the floor for discussion on this motion. No?
Madam President, if there are no further questions, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you, and we will proceed voting on the 67th EPSA General Assembly accept SU 23 as final financial report. Is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? And who is voting in favor? And we have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So this motion is carried, and SU 23 final financial report is approved. Thank you, Gabriela, so much. And we will go to the next point in the agenda, and this is financial matters. And I will ask Katrini to join me.
Katrina Treasure. So for the GA, as I already explained in the financial meetings, we will have to vote on the EPSA Intermediate Financial Report, the 6/7 GA budget, the debtors and creditors list, the annual budget for the next Monday, and the Intermediate Financial Balance Report. I would like to ask you if you have any questions regarding any specific document, or if you want me to explain any specific document, feel free to do so now. Or shut it forever.
Gabrielle and France, we would just like to thank you, Catherine, to answer our questions even late in the night yesterday. So thank you and congratulations on the 67th GA budget. Thank you.
Katrina Treasure, thank you very much, Annette, for the words, and I really appreciate it.
Anyone else? Thank you, Katrina. Now we will proceed reading the motion. The 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts following financial documents: EPSA Intermediate Financial Report, 67 General Assembly Budget, Debaters and Creditors List, EPSA Annual Budget 2024-2025, and Intermediate Financial Balance Report. And I'm opening the floor for discussion on this motion. Audit?
No, Audit Committee, do I have to list all documents, or can I just make a general statement?
You can make general statement.
Okay, thanks. After auditing the financial documents, the Audit Committee recommends the General Assembly for its approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Audit. And if there is no further questions or comments,
Madam President, in that case, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you, Manel. We will proceed voting on the motion reading the 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts following financial documents: EPSA Intermediate Financial Report, 67 General Assembly Budget, Debaters and Creditors List, EPSA Annual Budget 2024-2025, Intermediate Financial Balance Report. And is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? And who is voting in favor? have 0 abstention. Thank you. We have 0 abstention, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So the 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts all financial documents. You can see it on the slide. Now, before we move to our next point, we received a late report of final 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly Chairperson report. And if you agree, first to vote if you accept late report. And I will read the motion. The 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the late submission of final 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly Chairperson report, and also with this motion, the Article 4.1.3 of the Terms of Reference shall be overruled, and I'm opening the floor for discussion. Okay, now.
No, President, in that case, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you, Manel, and we will proceed voting. On the motion, the 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts the late submission of the final 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly Chairperson report. With this motion, also the Article 4.1.3 of the Terms of Reference shall be overruled. And is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? And who is voting in favor? Thank you. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So you guys accept late submission, and now we will proceed to final 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly Chairperson report, and I hope so that we have Javier. Okay. Technical Manel.
No, President, Javier will be here around midday. So in the meantime, we can maybe start with the public relations 15 meeting reports and updates, and we have Christine and Marion here. So.
Great, thank you. So we'll leave this for later. And we will move to public relations department 15 meeting reports and updates, and I would ask design coordinator Christina to join me here to present her report.
Hello. Since writing the last report, the design coordinator had done 1. The design coordinator had a short meeting with public health coordinator to discuss the asthma campaign. The design coordinator had to create a reel. 2nd, had a technical discuss with IT coordinator about the YouTube streamline. The design coordinator had to create YouTube thumbnails. 3, started to work for EPSA next activities, career fair, alumni logo, and alumni designs. 4, created the reel for European Week closing statements for the European Week. 5, brainstormed for ideas for the EPSA logo and discussed about it with Charlotte. 6, start working on handover plan. And 7, had a meeting with Jasha, design subcommittee member, and design coordinator elect to discuss the next plans and ideas for work. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Is there any questions or comments to Christina's report? Up to Portugal.
Luisa of Portugal, thank you for your reports and for your work. My question is, how is the workflow between Vice President of Public Relations, you, the subcommittee members, and the rest of the team? You think it's efficient and you have enough time? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Christina, design coordinator. Yes, we had an efficient communication. We communicated during the meetings. We had PR department meetings and design subcommittee meetings. And also we have groups on Telegram, and we are in forgot the word. We are in touch every day, almost every day, with everybody.
Anyone has anything to add? So, thank you, Christina. And now we will move to our social media coordinator, Marion Brunette. Can you hear us, Marion? And we can see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, guys.
Okay. Marion, floor is yours.
So can I go?
Yes.
Marion, social media coordinator. Since the writing of her report, Marion, I'm meeting with the PHSS coordinator about Immunization Week and Mental Health Week, and one meeting with the PR department. She posts current campaign on the social media, work on the promotion plan of future campaign, and on the writing on the social media report. Thank you.
Thank you, Marion. Anyone has any questions to Marion? Neuf, France.
Gabrielle and France, can you hear me, Mario? Okay, perfect. Thank you for your work. It is more a comment than a question. We really appreciated the images and links in the report. It really makes sense, and we think it could be nice to implement it in other reports. On a more personal note, we really want to thank you for the never-ending support. I will start to cry, so I'm stopping here because you know everything. Thank you.
Out of Portugal, then the Marion. We can give you a few seconds.
Marion, social media coordinator. Thank you, Gabrielle. I love you guys. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Marion. After Portugal, then the Slovenia.
Bernardo Papillon. I don't know how I'm going to follow this. But I miss you too, Marion. So my question was, like, you created the Instagram group for us to more directly to share EPSA's publications and other stuff. But sometimes we feel that like there's so much things to share in our pages that sometimes we can't share it all, and it gets a bit busy between APE's publications and EPSA's publications. Do you think there's any way to work around this so we can still share the same publications in all the activities, but not overbear our social media pages? Thank you.
Marion?
Marion, social media coordinator. I think honestly it's really depend on the organization that publish, because I know that some have more space and are more into EPSA and publish a lot. So thank you a lot for that. And some have really more specific campaign and cannot republish or publish at all what we are doing, but they found other way to do it. It can be by mail or something like that. So I think we should like respect what country want to do and association, and I let them the occasion to do so, but I cannot force them. And yeah, like people can do whatever they want regarding that.
Thank you, Marion. Bishop of Slovenia.
Masha, Bishop of Slovenia. Thank you for your work. In your report, you mentioned that you hope that we reach 10,000 followers on the Instagram. So, do you have any detailed plan on that?
Marion?
Marion, social media coordinator. Honestly, I think we are not going to do a real big amount of followers that we will have. We are currently at now and 500, so we're almost there. Yeah. But we will just continue the campaign that we have, try always to have them like reachable for students and interactive, but we will not have a massive relief or something to reach them until the main day.
Thank you, Marion. DŠFS Slovenia.
Masha, DŠFS Slovenia, do you think that it's possible to create some giveaway or something similar to achieve that?
Marion.
Mario, social media coordinator. It is something that the Leila, my predecessor, sorry, has tried to implement, and there is a lot of problem regarding authorization and stuff like that. And she really has struggled and tried to implement it during 2 years, and at the end she concluded it wasn't really something that could be implemented in EPSA. So I just follow her previous experience, and we haven't tried to put it this year.
Thank you, Marion. Anyone else? I see no one, so Marion, thank you a lot for your report. Now we will move to our next point in agenda, and this is voting on the EPSA team reports. But yes, I will read the motion. The 67 EPSA General Assembly. The 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts the following Executive General Assembly reports 2023-2024 of President, Vice President of Internal Affairs, Treasurer, Vice President of Education, Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President of External Relations, Vice President of European Affairs, and I'm opening floor for discussion on these reports. On the motion. So I can see any comments. Manal?
Madam President, in that case, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you, Manal, and we will proceed voting on the motion. The 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts the following Executive General Assembly reports 2023-2024 of President, Vice President of Internal Affairs, Treasurer, Vice President of Education, Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President of External Relations, Vice President of European Affairs. And is there anyone abstained? Who is voting against? And who is voting in favor? Thank you. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So this, the reports of the executive are approved. Now we are moving to the next motion, reading the 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts the following Coordinators General Assembly reports 2023-2024 of Events Coordinator, Alumni Coordinator, Training Coordinator, Public Health Coordinator, Science Coordinator, Design Coordinator, Information Technology Coordinator, Publications Coordinator, Social Media Coordinator, Mobility Coordinator, Professional Affairs Coordinator, Policy Coordinator, Advocacy Platform Coordinator, and I'm opening floor for discussion on this motion. Mana?
Madam President, if there are no questions on this motion, I will also close the floor for discussion on said motion.
Thank you, Mana, and we will proceed voting on the motion reading the 67th EPSA General Assembly as the following coordinators. General Assembly reports 2023-2024 of events coordinator, online coordinator, training coordinator, public health coordinator, science coordinator, design coordinator, information technology coordinator, publications coordinator, social media coordinator, mobility coordinator, professional affairs coordinator, policy coordinator, and advocacy platform coordinator. And is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? And who is voting for? Thank you. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. The following reports are accepted. Before we move to our next point in the agenda, we will move first to the final 19 EPSA Autumn Assembly Chairperson report, because Javier is here, and I would ask Javier to please present report, I guess. Javier, can you hear us? Yes?
Yes. Hi, Javier, past chairperson and alumnus. Hi, people. How are you? I don't know if you see me, but nice to see you all fun and voting things. I hope everything is great and plenty of people are coming. So that's great to know. I will I will get the information after the GA, so to know who is going next game. And yeah, probably you are tired, so I will go just to the point. So my report, I'm so sorry to deliver that late my report. It was tough, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's only 14 pages, but when the Congress finished, I feared because I needed to rest out. I need to travel, to live with my family, with my girlfriend, with my friends. But in the end, I wrote it. So yeah, my report it's expressed the things that I've done and my team at the RC before the Congress and during the Congress. There are a lot of things that happened and some recommendations for the term. And I think we did a very good Congress. Of course, we would it could be better, of course. Some logistic things mainly, but if you have any questions, I'm open, and that's it. I believe it's all. And if you have any questions after, because you don't have, because you didn't have time to read the report, I will be open to answer them. Email, Dominica knows my email, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Javier. If anyone already read the report and has question, yes, PPSA Poland.
Hola, PPSA Poland. Javier, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. Probably you will have to write it down. I don't know who is speaking, so I'm sorry.
PPSA Poland, hola.
Javier, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's very heavy, so
Okay, we were just confused about the Spanish paragraph in the report. I'm not sure if it was left on purpose for cutting specifically, but
I don't know if it should be corrected or something. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, PPSA.
Okay, yes, I'm so sorry. Of course, I will translate it. It was sorry. It was because it was better for me to speak Spanish first, and then I will translate it. But in the end, this didn't happen with this paragraph, so I'm so sorry about this. And yeah, I will send it again and correct it.
Thank you, Javier. Dominica?
Hi, Javier, Dominica BPA. I would just like to thank you again for everything, for the organization of the event. It was absolutely amazing for all your energy, everything that you brought to EPSA, that you brought to our team, that you brought to our department. We really, really, really miss you, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Thank you, Dominica.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear the. I think it was good words. So thank you, Dominic.
Yes.
Yeah, but I had environment, so I believe it was good. I hope. But yeah, let me.
I think you won't have a chance to ask her question.
Am I back?
Oh yes, you're back. Javier.
Yes, yes. Sorry about technical issues. Uh, yeah, so Javier Chairperson, thank you, Dominica. And I don't want to start one by one because I already did something like this in my work. But thank you honestly for being there after the Congress and remind that I have to do some things after Congress, which is very important. I'm laughing now, but I do think that it is true. And yeah, thanks for being there. Thanks for everything. Also, thanks to Dina and for helping us for Congress. I don't want to go one by one because it will be a long time to thank everyone that helped us. You can read the report, but mainly thanks EPSA for giving us this opportunity to have this Congress. When I joined EPSA in 2019 in Bulgaria, I imagine I thought that this could be possible to do it in Spain, and that happened. So that's it. Thanks, EPSA, and thanks the people that makes EPSA possible. So have to be proud, guys, to have your time to represent the students. It is very important. So join.
Thank you, Javier. Before you leave, we have also two comments. First one from Anne France, then Yupsa in Turkey.
Gabriel Alep France, can you hear me, Javier? Yes, perfect. Thank you for your report full of appreciation for the whole RC and EPSA team. You mentioned that communication with the LSS was one of the things that did not work, but do you have some recommendations for the next chairperson of future events? Thank you.
Thank you, Anef. Javier, did you hear? Okay. Javier?
Yes, Chairperson. Thank you. I didn't hear the name, but thank you for your question and thoughts. Well, the main recommendation is same thing that you do with the EPSA, do it with the kids. I think it would be better to have information available than less. So it doesn't one email with only a few information because I do think that LSs will appreciate that. I didn't do it. I if the Congress would I would do differently, but because I think SS could have share their opinions, details, or things. So yeah, basically to make it better with more profit. Yeah, that's.
Thank you, Javier. EPSA in Turkey.
Begüm, EPSA in Turkey. Javier, just. Can you hear me? Also, teacher.
Yeah, but I think he left again. He's here.
I'm speak.
Okay, you can.
Okay. First of all, I couldn't thank you in the last AA. So I really want to thank you again because of the registration part you mentioned about the Turkish students visa process and how many students you fought for their visa. So thank you for all of your efforts again, because you were there anytime I texted you in really silly times. And thank you for not complaining at all when I'm bothering you. See you. Bye.
Thank you, Turkey. Okay, is anyone has to? Okay, sorry, Javier. I didn't. Does anyone else has something to add, maybe, before Javier establishes his connection? Okay, Javier, feel free to speak.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I wanted to reply if in Turkish.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for your kind words. We really thought it was totally fair to give the same opportunities to every student, and that's why we really cared about in this case the Turkish people because you have the visa thing, but yeah, we did the same with let's say French people or Portuguese people. We should really care about like we are on WhatsApp and we do this like this in this. So yeah, we will do it again. The start the name of before we to the material insulated or whatever. But yeah, thanks for your report.
Thank you, Javier, a lot. In the room, we don't have more questions or comments, and thank you again so much for your report. Now we will move to voting. Reading the motions, the 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the final report of the 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly, and I'm opening the floor for discussion on this motion. I can see it. So Manel.
Why do you do this? But now, President, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you, Manel. We'll proceed voting on the motion. The 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the final report of the 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly, Is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? And who is voting in favor? Thank you a lot. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So the final report of the 19th EPSA Autumn Assembly is officially accepted. Now we will move to next point in agenda, and Dominika.
I'll just again leave for 2 minutes, but be right back.
Okay, thank you. I'm reading the motion. The 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council General Assembly Report 2023-2024, and now I'm opening floor for discussion on this motion. DŠFS Slovenia, then after Portugal.
Masha DŠFS Slovenia, I just want to say that we are still a little bit concerned about HANA's situation, but on the other hand, Tim and Wanda put so much efforts on that. So, is there any suggestion what can we do, or is there nothing to do to like separate reports or something?
Manuel?
Just give me a second. So, in case this is the want of the GA, there are a couple of options of how we can proceed. One of them is, for example, the removal from office of one of the members of the neutral body by the General Assembly with a 2/3 majority. You can also propose an amendment to the motion shown on the screen to state the names of the neutral body members, and then proceed with a procedural motion 9.15 to vote it in parts. You can always propose any amendments to the motions that are on the screen, and as long as there's agreement, we can do it like that. And if you need help with the wording of the amendments, the PC and the executive can also help you with it. Abef?
Okay, Hannah?
I'm so sorry. I wanted to ask what exactly is your concern about me, because I'm very sure that at least half of the executive can tell you that I've put in a lot of work throughout the year, and unfortunately the PC's work cannot be seen. So is there anything specific that you did not like?
Masha DŠFS Slovenia. So we are concerned about the things that have been said during your report presentation. So, like, I know that your financial situation is in pain here, but still we think that the parliamentarians should be present here and and helping the other PC members execute the GA. So probably that's our main concern.
Okay, I can do a direct comment onto that. Yes, okay. I will, Tim PCM1, I will just say that Hannah has been available to help us online during the GA. And of course, before in preparation. indeed, a lot of the work that the PC does is not noticeable, and I do agree the part that is most noticeable is the GA, and yes, unfortunately, she is not here. But that does not mean that during the rest of the mandate, no work was done. A lot of emails were sent, a lot of meetings were attended, and I think that is as much as I can say while being neutral about the situation, which is quite difficult. But yes, I wanted to add that.
Just wait a second. So, Bernardo Perfectal, we wanted to ask either Hani, if she's there, or the executive, if in other moments where you were present live, Hannah was present on at least online, for example, team meetings or other possible situations.
Hannah, are you there? Technical?
Now, President, just give the executive a few moments to discuss.
Thank you, Manal. Thank you.
Madam President, Anna was present in the first meeting in person and present in the third meeting, which we held online. Anna was not fully available during the second, fourth, and fifth meetings, having only been available during her points. She was mostly available when she was contacted online. Thank you.
Is there any further comments or questions? PPSA Poland. I hope we have Hannah back here. Okay, PPSA Poland. Hannah, can you hear us? Write in the chat. Yes.
Hola, PPSA Poland. We have a question. During your mandate, did you consider that your other responsibilities outside of EPSA would significantly impact your work? Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for Tim to write down the question in the chat, please.
I can repeat. Did you consider, before you applied for a position, that your additional, extra work beside EPSA will impact that much in your mandate? Hannah?
Hannah Parliamentarian, no, I actually did not, because I was fairly sure that I can do everything that was had to be done online, that I could do it, and I do think I did do it. As for the attendance of live meetings, I did not know that they would crash with my Erasmus studies and my travels. And I very much did not know how much time my thesis writing would take, and I could not influence that because it only started in January. But I do have to say that I do believe that I've done a lot of work this mandate, even though it was online and even though it wasn't very visible. So yeah.
Okay, we have LPSA Latvia, then VIPSA Finland.
Anna, LPSA Latvia. Here we would like to ask you to elaborate on the work that has been done, but it's not so obvious to the present at the GA. Thank you.
Hannah?
Hannah Parliamentarian, yes, of course I can. I read through all of the emails that needed reading. I read all of the minutes that needed reading. I wrote all of the PC's team meeting reports. I read all of the team meeting reports. I asked questions, answered questions if there were any. I was constantly looking through the executive chat, the threads via the email. I worked on the Parliamentary Council drive. I handled all of the elections. I handled some of the Secretary General's work. I did team meeting preparations, GA preparations, presentations. I could go on, but since I didn't know this would be a problem, I did not create a list of all the things that I've done, but there are many more.
VIPSA Finland.
Lisa, VIPSA Finland, I think this is a very important topic to discuss right now.
and we totally agree with the other official delegates. But for now, I think that we think it's not thing not to vote for. Yeah. I think it will be very heavy decision not to accept this report, but we really want to investigate what other, as Emmanuel said, like options there are available, and maybe to put like stricter guidelines for the future to avoid situation like this, because it seems that it really brings a bit of tension. So we want to have better guidelines for the next parliamentary councils. Thank you.
Thank you, EPSA. Is there any other comments? GPSF, please.
Lecturer, the president release, I would like to state my opinion regarding the situation. I can say that there are 3 parliamentarian council members and they divide the workload. We all know that Hannah took on the preparation for the GA by arranging meetings with ODs and sending mails. And throughout the year she was active. I'm not trying to defend her, I just want to state the facts. Thank you.
Thank you, GPSF. Anyone else? Alpha Portugal.
Bernardo Portugal. So we still have some concerns regarding this report. So we would like to ask the executive if they were open to discriminate the names of the parliamentary council on the motion, so that we can further reassess the situation. Thank you.
Madam President, give us just a second to make a recommendation of how it would look like then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President, in this case, then the proposal that we have for you is to amend the motion to say the 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council General Assembly Report of 2023-2024 and recognizes the work of Anaban, Timothy Markenstein, and Fanny Petek. If you then decide to vote on it separately or you want to divide the motion in parts, you just propose a 9.15 procedural motion that needs to be proposed and seconded by a second association, the same procedure as when we do a 9.3, and then you can divide it so that it states the name of one or more people and separate. Technical break is almost over, and the new motion is the one that you can read on the screen.
So I will read amended motion now. The 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council General Assembly Report 2023-2024 and acknowledges the work of Hannah Ban, Timothy Markenstein, and Vanya Petric. I'm opening floor for discussion of this motion. 9.15 proposed by APF Portugal and seconded by LPSA Latvia.
It's okay. I said it before, but it's okay.
Now, before we proceed further, I would like to ask APF, how do you want to divide? And then the seconder needs to agree on this or not. First, we have technical from Timothy.
Yes, PCM1 Tim. I just want to make clear that everybody knows what a 9.15 is I think it was explained a minute ago, or if everybody's good with that, then perfect.
Okay. Upper Portugal.
With Upper Portugal, we just want to put Anna out of this and Tim and Vanya together.
And seconder? Agreed. Okay, clarification.
Yes, clarification from PCM1 Tim, or Tim PCM1. I just want to have clarification. So do you with this mean that we duplicate the motion and in one we put our names, in the other one we put Hannah? Yes? Okay.
I'm opening floor for discussion on this motion. Upper.
So to explain a little bit of our motivation to also that, and obviously also can give her if their motivation if they want. But basically, as we stated yesterday in the questions time and a bit ago, we have some concerns, and not only we don't want to. We don't want to. I don't know how to say
Put
it.
into jeopardy. Put into jeopardy.
Put into jeopardy Vanya's and Tim's situation, but also we want to discuss the parliamentarian report a little, or the parliamentarian rule a little more in detail, and if the General Assembly decides to fail it or to approve it, we can discuss that after.
Thank you, Alka. We have another point from Anne France.
Gabriel Anne France. Dividing the motion will not have impact on our vote since we will be voting for Anna's report and abstention for the 9.15.
Any further comments? Manuel, technical?
If there are no further comments, I close the floor for discussion on the 9.15 procedural motion.
Thank you, Manuel. And now we will move to voting on 9.15 procedural motion. And is there any abstentions?
Please raise your vote right away when you make your vote, okay? Thank you.
Who is voting against 9.15? And who is voting in favor? So we have 11 abstentions, 3 votes against, and 14 votes for. So the 9.15 procedural motion is carried. And I will ask for technical just to prepare motions. Okay, we will proceed to motion the 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council General Assembly Report 2023-2024 and acknowledge the work of Timothy Markenstein and Vanya Petrovic. I'm opening floor for discussion on this motion. No?
Madam President, if there are no other points on this motion, I close the floor for discussion.
Thank you, Manel, and we will move on voting the motion reading the 57th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council General Assembly Report 2023-2024 and acknowledges the work of Timothy Markenstein and Vanya Petrovic. So, is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? Who is voting in favor? Thank you. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. So this motion is carried unanimously. We are moving to the next one. Technical team.
Yes, Tim PCM1. I just wanted to ask, since this is a vote regarding one specific person, does the GA want to do a closed vote so that the vote will be anonymous?
Raise your
Green cards if you want to have it closed, red cards if you want to have it open. Okay.
Everyone, please.
Since there are quite some members who Okay, thank you. We do not necessarily need a majority for this, but we do see that there's a considerable amount of the GA who does not feel comfortable doing an open vote on this, which means that we will proceed to, we can have open discussion, but the vote will be closed. Okay? Yes, thank you.
I'm opening floor for discussion on this motion. Anne France. Sorry, technical touch. Yes. Okay, Hannah.
Hannah, parliamentarian. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Great. So, I would like to make a statement, if I could, please, to the whole of the General Assembly and the whole of the EPSA team, and particularly the executive. So I'm very sorry that something like this has happened. I'm very sorry you think of my work as inadequate. I definitely did not see this coming when I dedicated one whole year of my life to EPSA after one previous mandate. I would just like to state that I'm really sorry if I have been a disappointment to you as a parliamentarian. That was entirely not my intention. I know that I have worked really hard in this position. I know that I put in a lot of my personal time. I have spent a lot of nights working for EPSA. I have declined many personal affairs because of EPSA. I have lost many friends because of my work in EPSA. I have lost out on many opportunities because I had to work for EPSA. So I'm really sorry that this had to happen. All I can say for myself is that I have done a lot of work. In the beginning of the mandate, when Tim was in Australia, we pulled the weight a bit. You did an amazing job, Tim. Of course you did. I'm very appreciative of you, but we did pull a bit of the extra weight while he was away. in the beginning of the mandate, you have to agree we did have some trouble, but I would like to believe that we worked through it, helped you a bit if and when your motivation was a bit lost due to the visa problems. So I do have to say that I believe that I pulled a lot of the PC weight, even if it wasn't seen and even if no one is currently talking about it. I have done everything I can online and I have prepared for the GA. I have prepared the PC for the GA. We have had extensive meetings before both the GAs. During the GA in Spain, I'm pretty sure Tim can corroborate this, but I was on the phone with him. I was open for phone calls at any point. I was answering texts at any point. During the team meetings, I was available all the same. I wrote all of the PC reports. That took a lot. Don't be kidded if you think it didn't. I have read through all of the team's reports. That is around 30 reports per team meeting, and that is 5 team meetings. I have answered all of the questions to all of the spreadsheets. During the first team meeting, and I don't think if it was the second team meeting, I was also the one who worked on getting the spreadsheet for questions and answers for the team. I collected the LS reports and the credential forms when the Secretary Generals were in here after the first one resigned and the second one vanished from the face of the earth. So I put extra effort into that. I prepared the GA packages, but of course those who work can make mistakes, and I'm duly sorry for there having been mistakes, but if I hadn't done the work, there wouldn't have been mistakes to account for it, as it would make sense. Throughout the year, I've been available for online LS meetings, online executive meetings whenever my university work would allow it. I have to understand that I'm a 5th year, and some work, some schedules I wasn't able to predict last May or June when the elections were held. So of course I had to jump in because I believe everybody currently in the auditorium, all of the LSs, all of the ODs can understand that university comes first, because if we don't graduate, all of this work has been for nothing. And I have taken the time, I have failed exams because of EPSA, because of the work that had to be done. I was always reading every single email, every single telegram message. I prepared the elections online, prepared the nomination forms, prepared the questions, prepared the answers, talked to candidates, etc. I was always open to any queries the LSs sent me, and I'm sure many of you in the auditorium can find yourselves in my words, especially recently with some of the regulations and with a bit of the election. I maintained availability for my EPSA buddies, even though we didn't have a lot of hangouts, which I'm really sorry about, but we didn't have the time to schedule them. Those are just some of the things that I've done for EPSA over the past year, which I'm sorry if it wasn't visible, and I'm very sorry that I couldn't attend live meetings, but unfortunately, due to coming from a Balkan country, it is not always easy to travel for us. And yeah, I believe that is it. I hope that all of my work will not be wasted, and that you can recognise the time that I've put into EPSA, and that all of the work that I've done obviously has to come with mistakes, because we're all human, and those who work make mistakes. I'm pretty sure that's even an old saying. So I'm really hoping that you will be able to see the amount of work I've put into it, the amount of time I've put into EPSA, the amount of love I've put into EPSA, and the amount of effort that I've put into EPSA, and as you will understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hannah. Anne France, then EPSA Poland.
Gabriel Alep, France. We thank the executive for stating facts and giving us a brief overview. We think that this overall might be a communication problem. The workload and the need to be present during GA, especially for parliamentarians, needs to be discussed and shared for everyone interested for the position. Nevertheless, we think that everyone should be aware of what they are signing for when applying for EPSA. Rejecting the fault on EPSA when it is your decision to join is not fair. We will vote for your report. Thank you.
EPSA Poland.
Ola PPSC Poland. We would like to state that even though we are still dissatisfied with the work of Hannah, and we still think it's crucial for parliamentarians to be present at the GAs, and we think if it's possible, it should be regulated, we will vote for the report, although we advise the executive and the PC to precise the guidelines for the parliamentary council and tasks between them. Thank you.
Thank you, PPSA. Anyone else?
Now, President, if there are no further points on this motion, I close the floor for discussion.
Thank you. Now we will proceed voting on the motion reading the 67 EPSA General Assembly assess the Parliamentary Council of General Assembly report 2023-2024 and acknowledge the work of Hannah Van. The NEMO vote will be open in few seconds. Now it should be opened. Three more votes we are waiting for. Does anyone has any problem about submitting their votes? We need one more. Is it with internet connection or just without?
Did you receive the new credentials? Okay.
I can't receive the access to the account.
Thank you. Now we will see the results. Excellent. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah. Okay. to after. We are going to close voting and I will read the results. So we have 4 abstentions, we have 5 votes against and 19 votes for, so this motion is carried. And okay, thank you. Now we will move to the next. Okay, Hannah.
Hannah Parliamentarian. I would just like to thank the General Assembly for recognising all the work that I've done. Really, thank you. I knew you could see sense. And I wanted to add to my statement what I forgot before, and you can ask the President if that is true. But before the first General Assembly, when I said I probably wouldn't be able to attend them, I did offer to resign, and it was said to me that there was no need. So that is something I also forgot to say, and I hope you understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hannah, a lot. We will move to APEF. Sorry, APEF Portugal.
Bernardo Portugal, I would just like to say that for the future, we should strive for the regulations in terms of separating the reports that are in bulk to be a little more clear on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you, APEF. Now we will move to the next motion, and this is reading the motion. The 67 EPSA General Assembly accepts the Audit Committee General Assembly Report 2023-2024 and an opening call for discussion on this motion. No.
Madam President, I close the floor for discussion on this motion.
Thank you. We will proceed on the voting. On the motion, the 67th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Audit Committee General Assembly Report 2023-2024. Is there any abstentions? Who is voting against? Who is voting in favor? Thank you. We have 0 abstentions, 0 votes against, and 28 votes for. The Audit Committee General Assembly Report 2023-2024 is carried. And now, yes, we will proceed to the lunch break, but before that, I will ask Dominika to propose roll call, and we have Katrina, technical new point for this.
Katrina tries just to let you know, guys, that I will be giving the deposit back right now. So if you want to have your money back, please don't forget to come to the table. Thank you.
Thank you, Katrina. Dominika.
Dominika VPIA, VII Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, SAD Bosnia Herzegovina delegated to CPSA Croatia, CPSA Cyprus, VPSA Czechia, VPSA Finland, AME France, VPSA Germany, ISPA Italy, LPSA Latvia, SAD Lithuania delegated to LPSA Latvia, MPSA Malta, KMPSA the Netherlands, WEB Spain delegated to KMPSA the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, SOP Denmark delegated to NOPSA Norway, VPSA Poland, AFOP Austria delegated to VPSA Poland, IPS Ireland delegated to VPSA Poland, APE Portugal, MPSA North Macedonia delegated to APE Portugal, PASA Romania, SPSA Slovakia, DŽPSA Slovenia, EPSA Serbia delegated to DŽPSA Slovenia, ASEP Switzerland, EPSA in Turkey, EPSA Ukraine. Dominican EPI collected 28 voting cards.
Now, President, I suspend the standing orders. We'll meet back here for the next session